Okay, starting again here. Start off with this unnecessarily long shot of this Japanese girl, middle of a park in Tokyo. It's raining, people carrying umbrellas. Ha. And she's not, so obviously she's infected. And when we finally get done showing people's names over this ridiculously long shot, she starts attacking people. And we zoom out and the power's going out. Are zombies EMPs now? This is obviously taking place 3 movies ago. Before the extinction of most of the people on the planet. So, did it get to the point where there were a bunch of zombies in the power plants and one just wandered out into the park, not killing anybody until she got to the middle of it? It makes no sense to me. It's lost on me. No point to that scene. So then we cut to now, which I'm going to guess is months later after the extinction. And you have all of these Alice's 2 invading the Umbrella research facility underneath Tokyo. You see 2 in the beginning. And when they rappel down to where Wesker is and he shoots them down out of the, the shaft, and he looks down to a platform before him and there's one more also kicking ass, he decides to beat it and we get treated to that holographic display of red blotches. He gets to this armored plane helicopter thing. I'm not sure. And the 6 Alices that run in just start blasting away at it to no avail. So the real Alice, I'm assuming was the real Alice, knew he was going to do that, knew her clones were going to fail, or just did this as a precaution. She was already on his escape plane, helicopter thing. And so she got a gun to his head. Keep in mind, she's superpowered. She's fast. And yet somehow, he was able to spin around and stab her with the T-virus antidote. I would have been happy if she just fired and missed. I know that he's superpowered too, but shouldn't they be on at least somewhat equal footing instead of him just immediately stabbing her and she didn't even notice? What the hell? So now, she's been cured, she's fully human, and thanks him for it. Keep in mind, we're like 5 minutes in here. The movie I wanted to see after Extinction, where you have this army of superheroes for the entire film, training, waking up, training, invading. No, in 5 minutes we've now, self-destruct on the facility. So, 5 minutes in, we have blown up all the clones, and the real Alice is now human again. And now we start the new film. Okay, already with Extinction, we've branched away from the games. This is no longer Resident Evil. This is now Alice fan fiction. But we go even further with Afterlife. Now that we've destroyed the one, even somewhat interesting plot point of the last film, we go into the new one, where Alice goes to Arcadia, which we thought was a city. Okay, I could have worked with that. Finds just this field of planes, and the helicopter that took Redfield and Kmart and all the people from Extinction to Arcadia, which is now empty. And they find Claire Redfield with this red mecho spider thing on her chest, which for some reason erased her memories and turned her feral. I'm just... okay, those are the properties of this thing that was just totally made up. Whatever. Alice took the mecho spider off her, and though she didn't regain her memories, she stopped being feral and is somewhat trusted. So they take one of the planes and fly south along the coast, and at some point, for no real reason, they happen upon this prison with some survivors. So, with this two-seater plane that's both seats are already occupied, they decide to land for some reason. Why? I don't know. So now it's taking place in a prison where they're trying to get over to Arcadia, which now is not a city. No, it's a Navy ship. Okay, whatever. I'll buy it. The movie is now in a prison to get to his ship. That's all that happens. There's false tension all over the place, but that's the whole point. They're just trying to get to a ship. What else happens? To show she's a badass to the rest of the prisoners, Alice is just displaying all of her weapons. And she also has this bag of quarters. And the guy asks her, what's with all the money? And she's like, it's a hobby. Okay, we're 4 movies in. I haven't seen her pick up a single quarter ever. And now all of a sudden she has a hobby. This is the lamest, quickest setup to, I'll agree, a kind of cool idea, in theory. See, she's taking these quarters and loading them into these single-hand shotguns. I didn't think shotgun barrels could fit quarters. Okay, whatever. So she has these quarter cannons, and for some reason, they can blow zombies' head offs more efficiently than bullets. Okay. No. Also, you'd run out of quarters doing that really fast. I think in nearly the same scene, you're also introduced to a character that I really wanted to like. This would-be actress who came to Hollywood, where the prison is, and ended up being a waitress. Okay, she's kind of interesting, and she now has 2 character traits. Actress, waitress, and she's their cook. Next time you see her, they're going through the basement, which is flooded, to get to an armory, which I'll cover in a minute here. And the next character trait she's given, she's actually a really good swimmer. She was some champion swimmer in high school. Okay, so they'll be able, she'll be able to help them carry some more guns. Alright, so she serves a purpose. Nope, as soon as they're out of the water, she's grabbed by zombies. Might not as well have been there to begin with, and her character's now gone. Contributed? Nothing. Alright, now on to why they were in the armory. Chris Redfield, the guy from the first Resident Evil game. Yay, he's finally in here. He was in the military, and when everyone was pulling out, some inmates pulled a joke on him and threw him into a maximum security cell, or something like that. So when the survivors found him in this cell, they thought he was really supposed to be there, and wouldn't believe anything he said, until Alice finally, says, why don't we try some of this stuff that he's been talking about being able to escape. And so they let him go, and he gets out, and he recognizes his sister. So, obviously Claire would be able to confirm, he's not actually a bad guy. Alright, except for that whole erased memory thing, and she doesn't know him. They trust him anyway. So he tells them about this 16-wheeler tank-like car that'd be able to drive them to the shore, as well as an armory full of guns that were left over when the military was trying to fortify, and eventually ran out of people. So that's why they were going through the basement, which was flooded, to reach the armory. Meanwhile, another crew was breaking in to reach the vehicle. Only when they get to the vehicle, the engine is not in it for some reason, and when one of the guys says, take about a week to repair, instead of thinking, okay, we could get some more people, work on it faster, or bunker down and protect the area. No, Evil Bastard just shoots the guy and says, fuck it, I'm taking the plane. They never use the vehicle. Wasted plot point. Get to the armory. Okay, so we have, all of these guns, so you can, take as many as you can, and a lot of ammo. So, next time you see Alice, pretty much every time you see Alice, she's, got better weapons and a larger supply of ammo, right? No, she's still using the quarter cannons. They don't use the ammo, or the guns, really. Another wasted plot point. Chris was completely wasted here. He didn't contribute anything. They ended up taking the sewers. Yes, this is the sewer level of the movie franchise. They took the sewers to get there. That's something that would have happened whether or not Chris was there or not. And they even threw in some badass zombie from Resident Evil 5, which for some reason could take shots to the brain and not even notice or slow down. Totally out of place in these movies. And yet there he was, because he was in the game. Why not? Oh yeah, when they get to the ship, I'm just going to leave that as a third part. Yes, this movie is so stupid, it is going to get a third part to my spoiler review. So, I'll see you then.